Have you ever wondered how much you can achieve with just a few carefully chosen colours? In this video, I'm excited to introduce my personalised Schmincke palette, a selection of 12 colours that I've found to be incredibly versatile and inspiring in my own work. I'll show you the colours and how they mix together so you can use them in your own paintings. This year I teamed up with Jackson's Art Supplies to create this palette of 12 Schmincke watercolours. Each colour was carefully chosen and I'm excited to show you how they can inspire your creativity too. Schmincke has been around since 1881 and they're known for making top quality paints with vibrant pigments. I teamed up with them because their paints fit so well with how I work and teach. Whether you're a beginner or a more experienced painter, their colours mix beautifully and blend smoothly. I went with tube paints because I like the control you get with freshly squeezed colours. My 12 colour palette is mostly single pigment paints, which means you get really pure, consistent mixes. With a nice balance of cool and warm tones, you can create an endless variety of colours for your paintings. I've included both a warm and a cool yellow in this set. This one is transparent yellow, which is a cool, transparent and light fast pigment. It's great for layering and glazing because it doesn't muddy your mixes. It's a single pigment colour, PY150, and it mixes beautifully to create vibrant greens and oranges. You'll find it a really versatile colour. It can brighten up your mixes without overpowering them, making it perfect for subtle transitions and delicate washes. This is the warm yellow that I've included in my palette. This is Indian yellow. It's made from two pigments, PY110 and PY154. And it's transparent with good light fastness. It's a versatile colour with medium staining properties, which makes it great for glazing and layering. Its warmth really enhances your mixes, especially with oranges and reds, and it creates natural glowing greens when mixed with blues. It can also make strong, transparent darks when you mix it with the right colours. This is Scarlet Red. It's the warm red that I've included in the set. It's a single pigment colour, PR254. It's semi-staining and semi-opaque. Scarlet Red is a strong colour. Its warm undertone makes it great for mixing vibrant oranges and earthy purples. And it's ideal for adding lively highlights to florals or any subject where you want a touch of warmth and brilliance. It's a really versatile red that brings a lot of energy to your mixes. This one is Madder Red Dark. It's a deep, cool-toned red made from a mix of PV19 and PR179. Its slightly cooler temperature makes it perfect for creating rich, dark reds and purples. It's semi-transparent and light fast, so it works really well for glazing and layering. PR179 gives it that deep, moody feel, while PV19 adds a bit of brightness and transparency. It's great for adding depth to shadows, for those rich tones in your floral paintings, or you could even use it in some dramatic skies. It adds warmth to dark areas without losing its vibrancy. And now for one of my favourite colours. This is Ruby Red. I use this colour a lot. It's a cool pinkish red made from PV19. It's transparent, light fast and has good staining qualities, making it perfect for creating glowing, rich washes, especially in florals and even portraits. Since it's a single pigment colour, it mixes beautifully without getting muddy, giving you clean, luminous results when you blend it with other colours. This is the warm blue that I've included in the palette. It's a colour I use all the time. This is French Ultramarine, a rich, deep blue with a slightly warm undertone. It's transparent and has a strong granulating effect, which makes it perfect for adding texture and depth to your watercolour paintings. It's also light fast and it's great for mixing, especially with earth tones. It's a really versatile blue that I use a lot for its texture and richness, and you'll see me mixing with it a little later. Its pigment code is PB29. This is one of the cool blues I've included in the set. It's Phthalo Blue. It's a vibrant, cool blue with strong tinting strength. It has a slight greenish undertone, which makes it perfect for mixing with yellows to create vivid greens or beautiful turquoise shades. It's light fast and semi-transparent, which makes it great for glazing. Its strong staining properties allow for rich washes and deep shadows. I love using it thinned with water on its own, but as I mentioned, it also is a versatile mixing colour. This is Prussian Blue, a deep, cool blue that I've included in the set. It's useful to have a dark blue in your palette because it creates contrast without needing black. And when mixed with other colours, it produces a wide range of natural earthy tones. The pigment code is PB27. Prussian blue has a slightly greenish undertone, which makes it versatile for skies, water and shadows. This is a staining colour and it's great for adding depth and richness to your work. This colour is Phthalo Green. It's a bold, cool toned green with excellent transparency and strong staining properties. Its vibrancy can be quite intense straight from the tube, so I like to use it mixed with other colours. When you mix with it, it can create a range of natural greens, turquoise tones, and deep shadows. Pair it with yellows for vivid greens or mix it with red and earth tones to mute its intensity and create more earthy natural shades. Now for some earthy colours. This one is Transparent Ochre, PY42. This is a warm, earthy yellow with excellent transparency and light fastness. It's a great alternative to yellow ochre, which is semi-opaque. I prefer transparent colours in my palette, and that's why I chose Transparent Ochre. It does have a slightly gritty texture when mixed with water, so it needs a little extra mixing due to its fine sediment. This is a great colour for adding natural muted tones to your work. It helps to balance more vibrant colours. My palette would not be complete without adding Transparent Sienna, which is PR101. This for me is an alternative to burnt sienna. Schmincke's burnt sienna is made up of 2 pigments and is semi-opaque. I prefer Transparent Sienna for its transparency and because I like working with single pigment paints wherever possible. This is a colour I use a lot in my paintings and it pairs perfectly with French Ultramarine to create beautiful greys, dark browns and blacks. The final colour I've added to the set is Burnt Umber, PBR7. It's a rich, earthy brown with a warm tone. It's a versatile, semi-opaque pigment with good light fastness and moderate staining qualities. It's a staple in many palettes because it's perfect for creating deep shadows, neutral tones and natural textures. It works really well in landscapes, portraits, or anywhere where an earthy tone is needed. You can mix it with blues for cool darks or with reds and yellows for warm, muted tones. I find it's great for adding warmth to darker areas without overpowering the composition. Now that you've seen all the individual colours, let's explore how they mix together. And one of the things I love most about this palette is how versatile the colours are when combined. I'll show you how to mix a variety of colours using just a few tubes of paint. Here I've got transparent yellow and I'm going to mix some French ultramarine with it. Transparent yellow is cool and French ultramarine is warm. Because I'm using a warm blue, the green I mix from these two colours will be a soft, muted, natural looking green. Let's have a look at it. Here I've mixed more of the blue into the mixture, and you can see the combination of warmth and coolness results in soft organic greens. And the single pigment quality of both of these colours makes the mixture remain clear and easy to work with. If you want vibrant greens, use a blue and a yellow that are both cool. Here I've got the transparent yellow, but this time I'll mix it with Phthalo Blue, which is also cool. The green from these two colours is a bit more vibrant than the green mixed with French ultramarine. And when you add more of the Phthalo Blue, it becomes deeper in colour. If you're looking for a really vibrant green, try mixing the Phthalo green with transparent yellow. Both are cool colours and they will give you a beautiful green that I would use to paint a frog or something like that. All of these greens I've mixed from the colours in the palette. I've written a blog post about all of them that I've linked to in the description of the video. Alright, let's have a look at violets. When mixing true violets, the key is to choose a cool red and mix it with a warm blue. One of the cool reds in the palette is Madder Red Dark, and here I'm mixing it with French Ultramarine, which is the warm blue in the palette. And that mixes together to make a beautiful muted but rich violet. They are the two colours I mixed together to create the violet for this octopus I painted recently, and this painting is available as a full-length tutorial of mine. Another beautiful violet combination is to mix Ruby Red, which is a cool pinkish red, with French Ultramarine. These two colours create a vibrant, balanced violet with a rich depth of colour. And here I've increased the amount of French Ultramarine in the mixture. This violet here is a mix of the Ruby Red and Phthalo Blue. Phthalo Blue is a cool blue, so that gives more of a muted violet. I spent 2 days in the studio mixing colours from the palette and creating swatches, which I photographed for this blog post on my website. I experimented with mixing the blues and yellows to create a variety of greens, and I combined the reds and the yellows to make everything from muted oranges to bright, vibrant ones. I also mixed several violets using the reds and blues, and I created a range of greys and neutrals from different colour combinations. I even worked on some skin tones that might be useful to you. If you want to see more of these colour mixes, you can check out the blog post. I've linked it in the video description. Just click more underneath the video to expand it. I've also put a link in the description to purchase the paint set if you're interested. And I will be using the colours in this set for most of the watercolour tutorials I'll be creating from now on. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Whether you're a beginner or more experienced, their colours mix. About this palette is how versatile the colours are when combined.
Hello. Yes. You should be able to. Yeah. Yeah, we're home. Yeah, I'll be there. Thank you. Bye. Okay, ready?
Now that you've seen all the individual colours, Lexi. Now that you've seen all the... Now I'm mucked up. Now that you've seen all the individual colours, let's... Oh, was going to say Lexi again. Let's explore how, I got a frog again, I made you clear your throat. Using just a few of these tubes of paint.
Just a few tubes of paint. Do we retype it?
Just a few tubes of paint. Just a few tubes of paint. Now that you've seen all the individual, laugh now. Okay.